I need a volunteer from the audience. I need a volunteer, please, just one.
Come on down, Georgia man.
Good. Do me a favor. Pick a single item on here that's not an article of clothing. Yeah, pick that one. Not that one. You know what that one is. Not that one. Pick the one. Pick the one with the green handle. This one. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Now hold it up like that. Dr. Bitterman's famous rectal thermometer, known for its comfort design, now with a new turbo auto enema attachment. That's Dr. Bitterman's comfort design rectal thermometer and its new turbo auto enema attachment from the makers of ElectroCath, catheters for gentlemen. Thank you. All right. Very good. Now, madam, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Alternate History Interactive, where you don't just watch history, you make it happen. So thank you for playing with us today. We're going to have a wonderful time. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to break you into, it looks like we ought to have about 5 groups of people in here. Yes, you're going to play with other people in your neighborhood. So we would like for maybe this group in the front row to work together, and I want you guys to work together. So ma'am, will you join this group, please? How about all you guys working together back here? And I'm going to put all of you guys working together right here. And then I'm going to put all of you guys working together. And then all of you guys working together.
Not sure yet.
I suggest you turn your chairs around.
An episode of Life on
And let's mess things up real good.
All right.
And get messy.
You have your groups.
Form your group.
All right, I'm going to designate someone as the picker.
This is not a team building exercise.
You're the picker? Him? Who wants to be the picker? Pick one. Here. Who wants to be the picker?
I folded it.
All right, you're the picker.
Now here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. You may notice we have a variety of interesting props up here at the front of the room, yes? Oh, first of all, may I introduce myself? I'm Jamie Hauser.
I'm Ace Talking
This
Wolf.
is Ace Talking Wolf. He's my noble assistant here. What we're going to do is to divide into groups of people, and then you're going to be picking out a number. That number corresponds, interestingly, to a scenario that we've written for you to consider. What your group is going to do is to write a little skit that is going to demonstrate said scenario. Then when everybody's pretty much ready, then I'm going to announce that the prop table is open. Only then may you observe the prop table. May you approach it and select your props. Now we've got a general grouping, just to give you a general orientation. We have some guard props down here. We have whips and chains. We have medical equipment. We have all kinds of weaponry. We have funny hats. Oh, I almost forgot I have more funny hats, but I'll start on that when we get started. So, I live for funny hats myself. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
These are muscles, by the way, if you're wondering what those things are. They're wearable muscles. They're very Viking-esque.
You never can tell when you might see skunk.
There's women's hair over here if you have a woman playing a part. See that hair right there? That fits on as a braid. Just for a woman. No, just take whateber you need. Just what you need. You need to measure something.
You mean nobody needed the turkey baster?
Nobody needed a magnet on a stick.
There are alternative uses for turkey basters, you know, other than basting a turkey.
And then you're going to do your stuff, and then it's up to you guys.
It's up to all of us.
I'm actually very old. Different little guns for sending us to
First, it's dependency.
All right, here's how it's going to do. We're going to come up here and we're going to act it out, okay? And then what I want you to do is when you get up here, I want you to announce what your scenario was so everybody understands it and doesn't have to guess. Because there'll be a lot of bad guesses, I think. And then at the end, I'm going to ask a representative from each one of your groups to come up here and we're going to do the old hand over the head and applaud and see who wins. The good news is, for me, is there are no prizes. The bad news for you is there are no prizes. The other bad news is, yes, you have to give me my props back, or else you'll be stealing them from Playmakers Children's Theater Group of Louisiana, which you don't want.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so are we ready? Group number 1, you ready to go?
Found the magical shamrocks. So over time, they grew. And then their king, King Conan O'Brien. He came about and was ruling over them, and there was still that problem of the snakes. So King Conan O'Brien drove the snakes out of Ireland and into the NBC executive suite.
He was promptly eaten by a zombie. Into sort of a zombie theme park. And 6 zombies over Atlanta became very popular for the mundanes to come and visit and hopefully not be eaten. And eventually it evolved itself into DragonCon, which is why you see all the zombies walking around Atlanta around Labor Day.
Act 1. Queen Victoria sits in state, presiding over England.
You may enter!
Milady, I'm sorry, but you must produce an heir.
Your Majesty, might I have your royal kingdom, hand, in marriage?
May I present the suitor most suitable?
We have had this discussion many times. It is improper for a lady to be seen without proper clothing by a gentleman. But nothing! We are not amused! The future of England depends on the properties of our behavior! Speak not to me like that, child! We are not amused! Now, take her away from me.
With pleasure, Your Majesty.
No, I never! We are not amused!
The Queen!
763. Please, all penal inhabitants assemble in the assembly area and prepare for inspection.
All right, scum, get your rear ends off this spaceship and onto this planet. You're being dropped off on the most smelly, most terrible backwater planet in the galaxy, full of these disgusting ape creatures. We're being nicer than we should be and putting you on the continent with fewest of them, just a bunch of your fellow prisoners scum. Now, tell me, do you know what you have done to land yourselves?
Improper probing procedure?
Are blue bubbles in my milk?
Oh, I don't even want to look at you anymore.
They were through my mouth and my nose.
This key will unopen any lock. You insert it into the lock, turn it to the right, not to the left, and it will explode.
You're joking.
I never joke about my work, Bob Booth. And lastly, this looks like an ordinary bellows. It does not contain air. You press the knee under a door, push the thing, it will explode. This time, Mr. Booth, take care of my equipment.
If it explodes, do you really expect it back?
007. Welcome, class of 1900, to Leif Erikson University. As you know, 900 years ago today was the anniversary of our first successful colony here on North American soil. So, in celebration of that, we're going to be spending today with our first ever celebration of the Thanksgiving.
We here at Leif Erikson University are very excited about this first celebration, and to commemorate it, we just had our first annual canoe burning, and we had a great turnout for that. And we are now looking forward to our first ever Thanksgiving play, written by our first creative arts writing major, Anders Eriksson. And also by our first dramatic arts major, Bjorn Fjord. A round of applause, please.
900 years ago, at the shores of North America, our first Viking settlers came ashore. After burning their boats behind them to show their dedication to this new world colony, they came in contact with the natives. A beautiful Native American princess came forward bearing gifts and food for our Of course, being the wonderful, awesome Vikings that we are, we immediately killed her and stole all the food.
It will explode.